Good morning guys, welcome back to another studio vlog. I am currently sat in the kitchen about to do some artwork at the table here just because the light in the office is really bright. And I fancy starting my day with a little bit of artwork, and I'm going to do something different to what I normally do just to mix it up a little bit. You guys would have seen that I've been creating little cat cards and things. That's all going to launch really soon, by the way. I've just got another few cards to order. You would have seen in the previous vlog I ordered 3 different cards and I have another 4 to order. Had to work that out. Another 4 to order. So I've got that to do. But I wanted to sell a few little original, when I say little, I mean I've got this paper cut here. Really small original artwork of some cats using ink. And I have this vision of it. I'm going to try it in my sketchbook first. I have this vision of just laying some water down, dropping in the ink and allowing it to form the shape of the cat that I've laid down in water, letting that dry, and then making them almost kind of like night scenes of cats. So little cats with constellations behind them, moon, stars, and then others maybe being a bit more botanical. I don't know, I'm going to try a few things in my sketchbook, which I'll probably time-lapse or something in a second. First of all, got to let our cat in. We've had hail and now sun, and it's cold and it's starting to rain again. She doesn't know what's going on, but she's in and out so much right now. I've just been out and fed the birds because we've got 2 male robins that hang out together. We've called them Soup and Toast. I named the first one Soup because he's really round, and he's got a massive red breast of looks like Heinz tomato soup red. So I called him Soup, and his little mate that hangs out with him is called Toast, and they come and eat together every morning or all day really. They're around in the garden, but I've never seen 2 males hanging out together before. They're normally quite territorial, aren't they? And they normally sort of beat each other up a little bit. Gizmo's given up now, she's walked off. Come on then. Good girl. And whilst we're down there, I have my cat socks on today. How cool are these? I mean, I think they're cool. They've got little ears. I got these from Joe's sister for my birthday, which was a couple of days ago now. Officially 39, over the hill. So yeah, last year in my 30s, pretty exciting. Right, so let's crack on. I'm going to just make some space, get my sketchbook out, have a little play, and maybe record some of it and see how it goes. You know when you have a vision in your head but you don't know how it's going to come out on paper? That's sort of how I feel. Let's just try. I just remembered that I wanted to show you guys some stuff I've been doing on the iPad, and you'll remember that I ordered this sticker from a company recently and it was a bit of a disaster. I've reordered this from Awesome Merch now, which is where I got my last sticker from, which was a success. So that should be with me soon. And I also, although this is not the exact composition because the writing's too big, but I've transferred this file over to Photoshop to arrange it. But this is going to be a postcard, which will be available too, with all of the little cats on that are featured on the card, except for the one that's the sticker because I can't really fit him on here. But that's going to be a postcard. But I wanted to show you something that I did very quickly last night, inspired by our crazy little bear Gizmo, because she's been a pain in the arse the last couple of nights. It's a bit sweary what I'm about to show you, so if there's any kids watching, please cover their eyes and their ears because I'll read it to you. Still not sure what I'm going to do with this because I can't, it's very off-brand for Leaf Lane Studio. Definitely can't put it on my shop. And so I don't know how I'm going to work this out, but I did this little card. It's definitely not finished. This was a really quick sketch. Sorry about the reflection. A really quick sketch, but this is what it says. Inspired by the 3 AM runarounds from our cat. So I won't read it out, but there you go. That's one, and then I've got ideas for other sweary cats, but I'm going to have to think about this because it's definitely not Leaf Lane Studio appropriate. I also randomly started doing this nighttime cat thing. I've gone down a bit of a cat, what's the word I'm looking for, people? Hole? I don't know. But anyway, yeah, I need to get out of that really. The other thing that I did, which you may have seen on my Instagram, which I really liked, is I saw this quote. I can't for the life of me find who it's by at the moment. I need to check that out, but I've just put artwork by Leaf Lane Studio. I haven't claimed the quote or anything, but I really like this quote. And I might get this made into a postcard too, but I need to just maybe neaten it up a little bit maybe. But we'll see. Yeah, thought I'd show you that. Right, on to painting cats. I was totally going to time lapse me doing these cats, but it's a bit of a fail. But I have had an epiphany whilst I'm doing it that I need to do this in watercolour, not ink, because ink is just too restrictive and it's not my medium other than doing hand lettering. So I'm going to use the gold and the metallic inks for what I wanted to do over the top, but I'm going to visit watercolour for the cats, because that one I showed you on the iPad just now that was blue, that nighttime cat one, that's kind of the effect that I want. I want to be able to put various different shades of something dark down that I can put metallic over. I mean, this little guy here, he's coming along fine. I'm going to finish him. These are just obviously really really shitty little drafts. This guy here, way too tight and too like, he looks like an owl at the moment because he hasn't got his mouth. I'm going to finish both because I tend to have epiphanies as I'm going through things, and now that I'm not worried about it being a thing because I don't really like them, I'll finish it and I'll see what happens. So I didn't time lapse them, but I will show you them when they're done as little pieces in my sketchbook. I found this in my sketchbook, which is last night's, so I just showed you that on the iPad. This little guy here, I want to do more of a kind of that sort of drawing, but it says on it, brace yourself. Oops, where have I gone? Light please. It says, whilst you eat your food, I'm going to loudly slurp at my arse, enjoy. That was the other kind of rude cats things. Yeah, so I'll carry on here. I'll get back to you in the end when I'm done. But they're not coming out how I think. But then I don't know what you guys are like. Hi. I'm just gonna carry on painting while I talk to you. I don't know what you guys are like. If you're creative, you still can't see me. Hi there. If you're creative, let me know. If I have an idea and I get my sketchbook out and try it, if it doesn't instantly work, I feel like a failure. And I'm trying to push past that, because on any other given day I would have stopped this immediately and been like, no, this is crap, I'm not doing this anymore, and just forgotten about the whole thing. I know in my head that I can create what it is. I know that I can physically create what I've got in my head in terms of these cat pictures. I just need to take some time to sketch it through and try and create the thing that's in my head on paper. But I just don't ever give myself that time. So comment below if you're like that, because I am honestly, I'm a nightmare when it comes to my own work and giving myself a break when it comes to allowing myself to get my ideas down on paper. It's almost like I've got it in my head as a finished piece. Why can I not instantly create that? And if I can't, then I'm crap. Right, having had a bit of a fail with my ink cats, but not a fail, I've learned a lot. I know now what I need to try. I just thought I'd give it a rest. I've got an hour and a bit till Joe and I have lunch, so I have just legged it up the stairs, hence I'm out of breath. I wrote on my to-do list a few things I need to get done, totally unachievable, and definitely things that are going to need to go to the next day. But let's look at that and I'll tell you what I'm going to get focused on today. I am still using my little printable planners, which you can get off my website. I'll link them down below. They're so handy, honestly. I've used so many. All of this lot here, well, except for that one, all of this, they're all, you know, just my printable planners. And I kind of use them in conjunction with my little to-do list as well. They work really nicely together. So, okay, I've got, let me get it in focus there. Website is just general website updates. I'm almost there with that now. Vlog edit I really need to do because I haven't put a vlog up for a couple of weeks. Order cats, which are the other ones of these I haven't done yet. So I've now packaged up all of the ones that, it's got very dark in here, all of the ones that I got are all packaged up here. Actually that one isn't, because that's one for photographing. I've got to photograph these too, but yeah, so I have packaged these up here. These guys have now got a little craft label, says Leaf Lane Studio. These were a tiny bit of a fail because I didn't put thick enough, bold enough font on. So they say leaflanestudio.com on the front. That side works. but the side that didn't work was the other side, so I've stuck my other little sticker over the top of it. Underneath here it says to follow on Instagram, but it's so unreadable that I've just stuck that sticker on. But you live and you learn. So I'm going to order the rest of these guys. The ones I've still got to order, I'll show you in a second. And then I have some Etsy SEO to do. I've also got to book a dentist appointment and a hair appointment. And then this to-do list is just sort of extras that come to me as I am working. So I'm going to look at doing some kind of lettering stuff on leaflingstudio.com that people can order for things like hen dos or parties and things. I was thinking about ordering some some trial things to do, and then get them on my socials, and you guys can tell me what you like. And some of those things were some kind of cotton fair trade bags that I could hand letter people's names on. They would be relatively affordable, but definitely for hen parties and things I think they'd be really good. And then rather than have a selection of colours, I could just offer like the standard kind of cream natural colour bag that is all eco-friendly, fair trade, and then offer several different colours of hand lettering on there. So maybe like metallics, and then maybe a pink or a white or whatever. Also looking at kind of paper bags as well, but not kind of just thin sort of little ones. Something a little bit stronger that people could use for parties and stuff. I'm just thinking outside the box. What else have I got written down there? Oh, postcards. I have a cat postcard to order. So basically what I'm going to do now is, I think all my cards are ready to go. I just need to get up to scratch with get up to speed with a postcard that I want to try and order. And when I've done all those things, I'll show you everything and show you which cards I'm ordering, so we can go through the process together. Right guys, excuse the sound of the printer, but this is the card that I have just neatened up a little bit. This is in an A6 size, and I don't know whether this is going to be one that I give away with each order, or whether it's going to be one that I sell, maybe both, because sometimes I do throw in little freebies. But what I've decided to do is to get this made as a postcard, just because I think it's kind of cute, but also out of all of the cards I have left to print, these are the ones that I'm going to be sending off for. Obviously these are my mock prints, but these are the 4 others that I need to send off for. So You Are Perfect, I Loaf You, Best Pals Forever, and Proud of You. And then this one I'm not going to get printed as a card. I think I'm going to get this one done as a postcard. I'm just going to see how much it costs. If it's too much, I'll just leave this one for now. It's just not... for me, it's more of a postcard than a greeting card. So obviously it matches the cat sticker as well. So maybe I will do this one as a postcard and give this one away. Maybe I'll even do it as like a little A7 card. I don't know yet. I'm going to see how I feel about it. But right now I'm working on this. I've just printed out a mock of this. This is just printed. Oh, I printed it on card, which I didn't mean to do, but actually pretty happy with that. That's the actual size. It's got bleed, so you have to take about 3mm off the edge. So it'll be a nice kind of close postcard. And then the back of the postcards I've still got to do, although because this is going to be, I don't know, because it's going to be a freebie, maybe I'll do something very simple on the back. I don't know yet. But yeah, I'm happy with how that looks, I think. So I'll come back to you when I've done a little bit more and made a decision on this little guy here. I just want to get these ordered. I get them from printed.com, and they're super quick to turn things around, and they're also, their customer service is really good. Unfortunately, when they sent me through my cat cards that came last week, I got 60 cards through the post, and somehow in transit, so it wasn't even their fault, in transit, these guys, I've tried to straighten them out, so you can't really, I don't know if it's going to translate on the camera. On the corner, you can't really see it now. The corners are all squashed. Those guys are going to be seconds. And I contacted Printed. There's 12 or 13 cards there that out of the 20 of that design that had come out of the packaging in transit, and they're going to reprint them and send them for me free of charge, which is really nice. I didn't expect them to do that, but I asked anyway, and I'm super happy that they're going to do that. So I'm going to sell those as seconds. It's such a subtle thing, but I can't sell them full price. So luckily they're going to send those out to me, which is cool. So let's crack on getting these ordered. I'll let you know how we're doing. I ordered the cards that I was waffling on about earlier, but when I put them all in the basket, I realised that the budget was a bit too much for me, so I took one card out, and the one that I took out was the I Loaf You one. I kept in the others. The I Loaf You will be coming, but it just has to wait a little bit longer. I also had a bit of a change of plan with a couple of things. What I ended up doing was ordering this. This is sort of actual, doesn't like my head being in shot. This is actual size. I've ordered it as an A7 postcard, just a single-sided A7 postcard, and that is going to be free with every order with the cats. So it's only going to be really small, but it gives me a chance to write something on the back, and a little freebie to throw in with anybody who orders from the cat collection. Plus that cat matches the sticker that's coming out too, so there's that. I designed this postcard, which I showed you on my screen earlier. So that's that side of it, and the back looks like this. You see the little cat friend sticker place at the top. Because of budget, I didn't order that, but that's sitting in the basket ready to go along with the I Loaf You card. So they're both ready to go soon, but it is just a case of every time you get something printed. So for example, I got 6 cards, 3 cards, 20 of each, plus those postcards, and it comes to like almost £60. It's a lot of money to kind of lay out initially, but everything will be coming. What I'm doing now though is I'm just on my Etsy. I'll show you. Just doing Etsy SEO because I listened to a really good video on YouTube, and I've updated a couple of things, but as an example, let me use this as an example. So this is backstage of, someone's just started a lawnmower. This is backstage of my account right now, but you'll see where it says here, in fact let me show you on my, it'd be easier for me to do it this way. So if I click on this item, you'll see the title right now here is just Floral Bright A6 notepad, but for SEO purposes, you probably already know this if you do all this stuff already, that's really just a bit rubbish. So I'll show you one that I've updated. I updated my my to-do list. So I've taken off the fact that it's part of the Unbelievable collection, because no one needs to really know that. So tear off to-do list, luxury paper notepad, tear off pad, botanical notepad. You see that I've kind of put a load of keywords in there, and that's what they say is the right thing to do. When it sits on my listing, you can only see the first bit anyway. So I actually now feel like that is going to make a difference. And I also realised when I went into the backstage part of this notepad, I hadn't even put any keywords on there, which is unlike me because normally I do that immediately. I also realised when I listened to the training that was on YouTube, it's really, really good by the way. I'll try and link it below. The girl has a podcast as well, and I've just been listening to a pod course that she's been doing about Etsy and creative businesses in general, which has been really useful. But I realised that I just was using all the wrong kinds of keywords for things. But she said, you know, make the changes and then give it, you know, a month or two to kind of settle into the algorithm and be found. There's definitely a lot more I can do in terms of the way I put things on Etsy. I just didn't, up to now, I hadn't really taken the time to do it and learn about it. So hopefully, fingers crossed, that will make a difference. Breathe. So this week then I am waiting for my client's wedding stationery to arrive. I really need to get that off to her. That should arrive tomorrow. I'm waiting for my cat sticker and those reprinted cards I showed you earlier that have the corners bashed in, and also my new cards should probably arrive by Friday, if not Saturday. Maybe it'll be Monday at the latest, but I'm hoping this week. So in the meantime I can get all the content written up for those, get those ready. So it might be a case of that when I relaunch my redesigned website that I can relaunch it on the day that I release those cat things as well, so that there's a bit of an offer on, but we'll see. It's also it's just such a gamble, isn't it, when you do these things, but fingers crossed they will sell. Tuesday morning and I am back downstairs at the kitchen table again. Today my couple of hours of creativity are going to be the same as yesterday in terms of cats, but today I have brought downstairs my trusty watercolour palette, and that is what I'm going to try today, because if you remember from yesterday or like 2 seconds ago on this vlog, it wasn't the greatest success in the world with the ink. So got my favourite watercolour palette. This is just a Winsor & Newton Cotman watercolour palette. Just in case any of you are interested, I have always used watercolour palettes by Winsor & Newton, the Cotman range, which is like their more budget range. And I once invested, I still have it upstairs and I will use it, but I once invested in the professional watercolour palette, which cost a lot more money. And I actually prefer this one. So there you go, random tip there. If you're after watercolours, don't worry about spending huge amounts of money because these are really nice. Recommend Cass Art for getting nice palettes and stuff because they're usually a little bit cheaper than going on Amazon or other art shops. This morning I'm gonna sit and sketch some cats out first. The only thing I did like yesterday, I don't know if I showed you this or not, this little guy, I quite like him. Very rough and very random, but I really like him. Gonna try and sketch. I think I'm getting too kind of like tight in my drawings. I want them to be quite rounded and soft looking. Not in terms of fur, but in terms of just physique. So I need to try and loosen up a little bit. I'm gonna try and do this in my sketchbook. I really have in my mind a very firm image of what I want to create. I just need to make it happen and stop worrying too much about it being correct straight away. Also today I am expecting a delivery from my printers in St Austell of my client's wedding stationery. So fingers crossed that arrives today and that is all okay. Started creating this guy, and you got to remember this is in my sketchbook, so it's going to be a bit messy, but I sort of envisioned perhaps doing a couple of ones like this with so in the case of this one, all the foliage being blue, but then adding on details with coloured pencil or ink, maybe like a fine liner, adding details on, or maybe even metallic in places as well. So I could do like metallic accents, so like on a flower like this I could do like little metallic dots and things. I'm going to continue working on him, but I'm also going to draw him up on a main piece of paper ready to actually do it properly and just see how he looks. And then I also did these guys. I don't know if I think I showed you these. Oh, I painted him and do something with him in a minute. Obviously these are really rough, I've got to finish them, but I'm going to go upstairs now and get my palette and a few more paints and just try and see what I can do with these. What I love about watercolour so much is the bleeding of the paint like this. This is exactly how I want it to look, and I purposefully dropped a load of water on here so that it would look like that. I'm going to start working on the cat, then I'm going to add some accents on this page and just see how it goes. But if something like this turns out well, I might actually end up getting it printed, you know. But we'll see. Hi guys, it's Friday. I haven't really been vlogging much today. I've been quite busy sorting out some clients, the bespoke stationery order I told you about. I'm just about to pack it all up for her. Obviously I can't really show you much of it because it's, you know, it's bespoke and her guests haven't even seen it yet. But I can show you some things. I'm going to take you around and show you what how I'm putting the box together, and then I'll show you at the end of it. So I got myself a box this morning from the range. I'm actually meeting my client to hand this over. as she's local. I'll show you those little details, little hand-drawn wildflower details there. But basically she's gone for white and blush pink and then craft envelopes, all very nice and natural and classic. So all of these bits here are all her spares. And then I've got my little business card and a thank you for your order thing there. These are all her day and night invitations, and the way that I've done them, I won't show the other side because it's hand lettered, but I've popped in these for her already, the invitation, and then she's got a little note on gifts there, an RSVP envelope that's pre-addressed. Everything is pre-addressed, ready to go, and so that's that sorted out. All my, it's very pink, this box, and these are her nighttime only invitations, and then this is another little spare notes on gifts things in case she wants to send any more of those out. These came out really, really cute actually. I don't know if it's going to focus. Yeah, so that one is really sweet. So I'm just going to put this all together. Got my tissue paper, got my box, and we're good to go. So I'm going to do that and then I'll get back to you in a second. The camera's rolling, so whenever you're ready.
Is it? Alright then. Hi! Fact of the day today is to do with space. Who'd have thought it? And apparently 10 astronomers have found 10 billion light years away from us on the planet of Earth that there is a massive water vapour cloud in space. And the amount of water inside this...
I'm sorry, water?
The amount of water inside this big cloud in the middle of space is 140 trillion times more water than there is on Earth.
That's a lot more that's in Morrison's at the moment.
There's a lot of, yeah. There's a lot of water. And it's just floating in space. But it's 10 billion light years away, so probably the chances of us
finding it.
Well, we found it, but
well, you know what I
seeing
mean.
any
Us
of it.
finding it. You and me.
Oh, you and me.
Yeah.
It's
slim.
It's a long walk. Anyway, so there is water there, but I don't know, actually, beyond that.
Okay.
It's a good fact, and that's why I said it. Fact of the day. Thank you and have a good day.
It's Monday now, guys. I'm going to end this week's vlog here because I want to start another vlog, and the one that I'm editing as we speak is already half an hour, and I haven't even put Joe's amazing fact of the day in it yet, which you would have already seen anyway. Right now I'm going to photograph some products. I'm going to take you with me doing that in the next vlog. So for now I shall say goodbye, and I'll see you in the next vlog. Thank you so much for watching, and if you feel like it would be so great if you could subscribe to this channel. I'm determined to get to the next benchmark of 600 subscribers. It's taken me bloody years to get to 500, and I want to get to 1,000 someday. That would be great. So if you could help me out, that would be good. And I'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye.